After months of bad blood, the American President Donald Trump has expressed readiness to engage in negotiations with India to resolve the ongoing trade disputes. He has also expanded his sanctions rhetoric, now targeting the EU bloc over lack of action. The President Trump on Tuesday stated in a post on his social media platform Truth Social that his administration is actively engaged in the ongoing negotiations with India to address the trade barriers. He expressed optimism about reaching a favourable agreement and mentioned his anticipation of speaking with the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the coming weeks. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi responded to President Trump's remarks on the ongoing trade talks, saying that India and the United States are very close and natural partners. In a social media post, Modi expressed confidence that negotiations will unlock the limitless potential of partnership and affirmed that both sides aim to conclude talks pretty soon. In 2024, the US-India two-way trade had amounted to about $129 billion, with the US incurring a $45.8 billion trade deficit. Now, despite the recent tensions, both nations are committed to resolving trade issues through dialogue. Now, Trump acknowledged India's proposal to reducing tariffs but emphasized the need for further concessions. He also expressed confidence that the ongoing negotiations would lead to a mutually beneficial outcome. Trump described Prime Minister Modi as a very smart man and also a great friend, highlighting the strong diplomatic ties between the two leaders. Now, the Trump administration's recent softening of tone marks a very tactical shift after weeks of sharp criticism. The analysts say that the US risks strategic costs if it alienates India at a time of rising Chinese influence in Asia. The former officials and Republican leaders like Nikki Haley have warned against jeopardizing decades of cooperation. As President Trump signals readiness to return to the negotiating table and with Prime Minister Modi open to dialogue, all eyes are now going to be on the next round of trade talks with billions at stake and also a growing strategic partnership on the lines. These discussions could in fact reshape economic ties between Washington and New Delhi. Our assistant editor for Foreign Affairs, Siddhant Sibila, sent us this report from New Delhi. Listen.
It looks like the green shoots of recovery in the India-US relationship are coming back on track. We saw over the weekend the Indian Prime Minister responding positively to the comments made by the US President Donald Trump. And earlier today, we saw Donald Trump saying that both sides will not talk when it comes to dealing with the trade barriers. There will be conversation between the two leaders as well. The Indian Prime Minister again reciprocated, pointing out to how they are natural partners and something that is important in terms of both sides working under a limitless partnership. Now, essentially, at the heart of the ongoing downward trend in the India-US relationship has been the trade deal. And it looks like now both sides will be literally burning the midnight oil to make sure that the trade deal is back on the track and it is concluded as soon as possible. This is a relationship that has been growing in the past 20 years in every successive administration. And even in this administration, now it looks like the focus is that with the conclusion of trade deal, the relationship will be back on the track. With video journalist Neeraj Patel, Siddhant Sibila for WION in New Delhi.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.